Hi guys, today I'm going to give a review of my 2017 Triumph Scrambler. But first, here's a little background on the bike. My Scrambler has a 900cc displacement with a seat height of 31 inches, a tank capacity of 3 gallons, and it weighs in at over 500 pounds. Depending on the type of Scrambler you get, you're looking at a price point of about $9,000, give or take some. For many years, I've wanted to own a Triumph due to its classic style and aesthetic. These are truly some of the most beautiful bikes I've ever seen. One of my concerns was if I would be able to physically and skillfully be able to ride this bike. I'm 5'6" and weigh about 135 pounds. At a 900cc displacement, I didn't feel that this bike was too powerful for me. It accelerates with ease and does great on the freeway. The upright seated position and higher handlebars are comfortable, particularly for longer rides. I do think that this bike is a great fit for someone who is tall. The first modification I did when I bought this bike was to have a mechanic lower it as much as possible. Before the modification, I found it hard to balance the bike at a stop because I was on tiptoe. After lowering it, I was able to put more of my entire foot on the ground. However, because the bike is top heavy, I do find it challenging to balance the bike at a stop, particularly if I am on an uneven surface or on a hill. The bike is wider than other bikes I've ridden before, so I'm not able to hug the tank between my legs, which is just a personal habit I developed over the years. Additionally, I like to push the bike around while sitting on top of it. I usually do this when backing the bike out of the garage, into a parking spot, out of a parking spot, or even if I'm in a stop-and-go traffic and I walk it forward. I've certainly found these tasks to be more challenging because of the heavier weight of the bike and because I'm not able to fully use the weight of my body to push the bike because I'm usually on tiptoe. These challenges I've personally experienced are not going to apply to everyone. However, at my particular size and height, I do think it's worth pointing out. As a rider, I had this idea that you typically go up in cc's and get a bigger bike when you become more experienced and skilled. Having this bike taught me that bigger isn't necessarily better, and there is such a thing as having too much bike. I think the Scrambler is a fantastic bike, and if I were taller and stronger, I would feel more comfortable riding it. While I enjoy the power of a 900cc bike, it is not without some sacrifices. Obviously, a more powerful bike means it will be heavier and bigger. My perspective is just something to consider and isn't a reflection of whether this is a good or a bad bike. I think all riders are different and look for different qualities in a bike. For me, I wanted to share some insight on what my personal experience was in hopes that it can help others who may be interested in this bike. So thank you so much for watching and ride safe out there.